Good evening, and welcome to the 12th Annual Commencement Exercises for the Class of 2021 of Penn Griffin School for the Arts. We ask that all of our guests please place their electronic devices on silent. Please remain standing for the presentation of colors, the singing of the national anthem, and the Pledge of Allegiance. We ask that you remain standing until the colors have been retired. Gentlemen, including candidates for graduation, please remove your hats.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed, and the twilight flash gleaming, full of black and bright stars, through the perilous fight, o'er the
Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing until the colors have been retired. You may be seated. Good evening to our Board of Education, Superintendent Contreras, stage guests, faculty, parents, family members, friends, and to the class of 2021, welcome to the 12th Annual Commencement Exercises of Penn Griffin School for the Arts. I'd like to thank all of you for joining us to celebrate this moment in the lives of our young people. These candidates for graduation are assembled here tonight because of your support and your encouragement and your love. Tonight I have several groups to thank, so bear with me. I want to start with the class of 2021. You all are a special group to me as we started off at Penn Griffin together as freshmen. On the first day of your 9th grade year, I was nervous and unsure of my new school, and I want to thank you all for welcoming me into our school community and allowing me to be an unofficial member of the class of 21. Thank you for overlooking my faults. Thank you for overlooking my mistakes. Thank you for showing me grace, especially over the last 16 months. I'm sorry that this pandemic had to happen during your senior year. I'm sorry for all of the canceled events. I'm sorry for the online classes. I'm sorry for the constant changes and the uncertainty. It is you, the class of 21, who truly bore the brunt of this crisis. I am thankful, however, for our staff and for our parents who came through to give you the best that they had this year. And I'm honored to be a part of a school community who did so much to make the best of a not-so-great situation. And finally, I want to say thank you, a special thank you, to all of our families who are here tonight. You have literally hundreds of choices for the education of your young people. As a parent myself, I fully understand how overwhelming sometimes those number of choices really are. Through all of that, you stuck with us, and I am forever grateful. Thank you to our families for choosing Penn Griffin School for the Arts. To the class of 21, I would like to offer you my congratulations. A quick look at your statistics indicates just how successful you all have been. The class of 2021 will be attending 22 different colleges and universities with 31 different majors. And one of our seniors is heading to Byrd College in London, and that's a long ways away. Yes, please celebrate. That is to be celebrated. For the first time in our school's history, over half of our senior class took courses through the Career and College Promise program and are walking out with college credit at the end of their senior year. Congratulations to those seniors who took part in that. Just over 90% of our seniors completed the requirement for the Service Learning Exemplary Award. Not too shabby considering the world has been shut down for the last 16 months. So congratulations on that. The class of 2021 has earned $4,210,048 in scholarships. And finally, it's my pleasure to announce that for the 12th year in a row, the class of 21 celebrates a 100% graduation rate. You are to be commended. So congratulations and thank you for your hard work over the last 4 years. I wish each of you good luck as you work towards the next goals in your life. And I remind you that the faculty and staff of your school are always here in the event that you need us. You can stop by and see us on Washington Street anytime you like. To all of our special guests, our families, our faculty, staff, and to our seniors, welcome to the commencement exercises for the class of 2021. It's okay to clap, yes. It's now my pleasure to introduce to you the first of our student speakers. Delivering our welcome today is Anna Gwynn, member of the class of 2021. Anna is a Penn Griffin School for the Arts guitar major. She will attend Davidson College, where she will major in political science and either major or minor in German. Upon completion of her undergraduate degree, Anna plans to attend law school with a future focus on immigration law and its reform. Please welcome Anna Gwynn to the stage.
Good evening, parents, family, friends, and loved ones. Welcome to the Penn Griffin School for the Arts, class of 2021 graduation ceremony. This moment is not only special because it recognizes a new phase of life that we're entering, but it's also the first time many of us have seen each other well over a year. It's not the reunion we expected, but one we'll never forget, I'm sure. We're in this huge auditorium in the Greensboro Coliseum, where we expected to be in the Corey Auditorium, very small space at GTCC. But today, we don't dwell on what could have been and celebrate what's coming. We are graduating in person, surrounded by our family and friends, the ones that got us here today. I'm honored to stand here today as a member of your graduating class. Trust me when I say this. You guys are the strongest and most capable people I have ever met. You go after what you want, You know what you believe in, and for that you deserve some recognition. This class of 2021 will not be defined by our challenges, setbacks, or unusual circumstances, but by how we pick ourselves back up after the stumbling blocks. You completed high school in the midst of the unknown. If you were nervous about what happens after you walk across the stage, you shouldn't be. The accomplishments you have achieved over this last year should prove to you that you are capable of so much more than you ever thought possible. Some have suffered loss, unimaginable grief, and friendships have been altered over this past year. But through it all, you persevered to get to this very moment, so cherish it. Don't focus on the things that could be different. Be grateful that we get to sit here together today. Make the most out of the celebration, take mental pictures, store them in your memory, and above all else, be happy, because we've made it. Please join me in welcoming our superintendent and Board of Education member. Also, please welcome our Penn Griffin School for the Arts administrative staff and Teacher of the Year. Please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. Delivering our senior address this evening is Caitlin Whittington. Katie is a 2021 candidate for graduation and Penn Griffin School for the Arts theater major. Katie will attend the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, where she plans to major in physics. She plans to pursue her master's and doctoral degrees in preparation for a career in research. Please welcome Katie Whittington to the stage.
Good evening, parents, teachers, guests, and of course, Penn Griffin's class of 2021. Today is a day of celebration, triumph, and frankly, relief. We did it. Today we are told to celebrate and soak in these last few moments of high school. But for many of us, it's probably hard to recall anything positive from the past year and a half. I know for me, there were many times I felt frustrated by everything from the pandemic, to the government's response, to the random person I saw who wasn't wearing a mask. If I never hear the words unprecedented circumstances ever again, it will be too soon. But through it all, I was comforted by something so juvenile yet so powerful: laughter. In the words of Madeleine L'Engle, a good laugh heals a lot of hurts. In this past year, we have no doubt encountered a lot of hurts. We lost our junior prom, our victorious senior spirit week, in-person visits to college campuses, and so many other staples of senior year. Not only this, but our country seemed to be falling apart around us as well. The most devastating of these, though, was the heavy feeling of loss that haunted everyone. For those who are no longer with us today, we remember you and give thanks for the opportunity to know and love you. In the midst of despair and hopelessness, though, there was still light. Each of us found that light in our own ways. For me, and I imagine for many of you, there was laughter. Laughter capable of illuminating the whole world. I found my laughter in the TikToks I would watch every day and the gut-busting conversations I shared with my friends over Skype, FaceTime, or even the dreaded Microsoft Teams. I reveled in memories of happier times, many of which happened alongside all of you. Celebrating our third place victory during our freshman spirit week, we're not last. Counting down the days until we could take cute autumn photos in front of the tree outside the cafeteria. Spending hours after school with our friends in the parking lot, blasting music or playing a game of Truth or Dare. And in the past few weeks, getting to see our friends and even go to our very own senior prom has allowed us to regain some of the lively memories we might have missed out on over the past year or so. All of these memories were beacons of hope for me, even when I felt stranded in the middle of a chaotic pandemic. And in each of these memories, there was always laughter. As the second largest graduating class in Penn Griffin's history, it was sometimes hard for all of us to be together. We had cliques like Straight Guy Gang, Party Club, and Catholic Club, but we made it. And here we are all together celebrating this moment, having persevered through 4 years that were surely more challenging than any of us could have ever imagined. We have many people to thank. For those who acted as a ray of hope, consistently showing up for the class of 2021 despite the circumstances, we thank you. To Ms. Spell, Mr. Stimson, and each and every teacher we've had at Penn Griffin, and the dedicated parents who stepped up to organize a wonderful prom, thank you. To our families who have supported us, giving us space or a hug, lending us money or a piece of advice, or even ranting with us about everything from the mad dash for toilet paper to the driver's license love triangle, thank you. And to those who make us laugh, I owe a thanks for sharing the healing power of laughter. Just as there will surely be more challenges ahead for all of us, there will also always be laughter, if we choose to hear it. My hope for our class of 2021 is that we acknowledge the challenges and the tough times, but we always find a way to keep laughing. Thank you.
The roll call of candidates for graduation is arguably the most important program of this evening. This is the event that your family has been anticipating in many cases for 18 years. At this time, please join me in welcoming Ms. Charnel Shepard, Assistant Principal, for our roll call of candidates for graduation.
Good evening. Will the class of 2021 please stand and take your places to receive your diplomas? Stage guests, please take your positions for the awarding of diplomas. At this time, we would like to remind the audience that the senior class has asked that you maintain the dignity this ceremony deserves. We appreciate everyone remaining in their seats so that all guests will have a clear line of vision of the candidates for graduation. We ask that you celebrate within the permitted limits so that the honors earned by each candidate will be read for everyone to hear and for all recording devices. Thank you for your cooperation in respecting each graduate's well-earned right to be respectfully recognized. Ashley Elizabeth Askins. Jonathan Samuel Atchison. Kay Anna Baird. Demetrius Andrew Banks. Kara Nicole Binsell. Gilberto Gardozo Dominguez. Megan Powling Chen. Benjamin Lee Davis. Kelly Vanessa Duque Arias. Chelsea Espinoza. Jalen Keon Foster. Noah Hanlon Franks. Elizabeth Grace Frid. Lindsay Catherine Gabriel. Victoria Marie Gerald. Rebecca Nicole Gilpin. Caitlin Michelle Giraldo. Ezra Lee Golden. Anna Caroline Gwynn. Natalie Marie Haas. Layla Jade Habersham. Regan Karina Haberly. Alex Clifford Henson. Layla McKinley Hill. Thomas Arthur Hudson. Denise Jaimez Jimenez. Ainsley Elaine Jones. Elijah Alexander Jones. Sabrina Jade Levine. Niara Noel Griffith Leggett. Katie Madeline Lundeen. Andrea Martinez Sanchez. Erica Lynn McKnight. Stone Alexander Miles. Mackenzie Michelle Mullins. Julian Alexander Ortega. Nicole Elise Penix. Zion Laverne Pittman. Isabella Rose Poth. Jackson Henderson Price. Ananya Ramesh. Caroline Mariah Robertson. Ember Rosia. Sergio Udiel Silva Morillo. Rajveer Singh. Madeline Lynn Underwood. Joya Monet Upkins. Candice Michelle Van. Sydney Grace Strandberg. Nathan Lamont Vasquez. Ayana Michelle Whitaker. Caitlin Marie Whittington. Naila Lynn Williams. Brianna Rose Woods. Daniel Darrow York.
At this time, I would like to ask our superintendent, Dr. Sharon L. Contreras, to please join me at the podium. Will the class of 2021 candidates for graduation please stand? Superintendent Dr. Contreras, these students have met all of the requirements for graduation and are recommended for their high school diplomas.
By the power granted me by the state of North Carolina and the Guilford County Board of Education, and upon receiving verification of your credentials by the faculty of your school and your principal, Howard Stimson, I offer my personal congratulations and recognize you with all the rights and privileges as graduates of Penn Griffin School for the Arts. You may now turn your tassels. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, I now introduce to you the 2021 graduates of Penn Griffin School for the Arts.